So today when we talk about connectivity, you can't actually miss it. It's in every aspect of our lives. And you yourself work here in Mauritius. You were just telling me how it all started. Can you tell us about your experience in working in Mauritius?
I came to Mauritius to work for SICAM as a head of operations and be responsible for building a submarine cable that connects the east coast of Africa from South Africa to France and as well as to India, which is about 17,000 kilometer cable. So that's how I entered into Mauritius to work as a head of operation based in Mauritius, and was traveling a lot in Africa and being witnessed the change in east coast of Africa, because that is the first submarine cable system landed and connected all those countries in east coast of Africa.
So when we talk about submarine cables, it's a concept which is not easy to grasp. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? How does it work?
Yeah, submarine cables are seen as like an international motorway and connecting countries and communities with the different cultures together. And this is majorly used as part of connecting a people from one country to another country, and being a major infrastructure and carrying the whole country's capacity requirement. And that is why the submarine cable industry is always hidden, because people understand only that the mobile phone, they touch and click and dial the number, it goes directly and rings into the other destination, whichever it may be, US or Europe or anywhere, but they don't know how this travel. And obviously submarine cable is the most important infrastructure which remains as a part of their communication.
So now we'll move on to this IOX submarine cable project, which you're actually working on at the moment. Can you tell us how far has it reached now?
IOX journey started from 2014 and early 2015, and it has been a lot of thought process put forward into this cable system, because we had aimed to connect Mauritius to Africa to start with. But when the project is developed as is growing up, and it is becoming in a major infrastructure connecting between India and South Africa, and also it is a lot of challenges which we have to resolve it, because it has to be commercially viable cable system. Okay, so a cable system which is more resilient, so that any impact in the cable system is not affecting the services provided to the community, and a cable system which can provide abundant capacity which every individual user requires, not only now but also for next 5 years. IOX will accommodate that capacity requirement for next 20 years. Okay, it's not only the capacity but also the technologies, okay, the behind the capacity. So IOX cable system is designed in such a way that it can adapt to any technology whichever it is coming up in future, because the technology changes every 2 to 3 years down the line. So we are capable of facing any challenges, any changes which we may be facing in the upcoming lifetime of the cable system. We have done all the ground study since 2015, and more effectively from 2017 June, where we signed a supply contract with Alcatel Submarine Networks. A lot of groundwork and design and also adapting to the technologies, everything is done, completed. Now the progress of this one is the marine route survey is ongoing. The cable ship is checking the marine floor, and accordingly the report will be given to the manufacturing and the factory, and the manufacturing of the cable and amplifiers will start based on this report. So that's why where we are now.
Okay, and if we talk about a target in time, when should we expect the fitting to start?
When you talk about the time, is always precise and essence of any project. Normally submarine cable project takes about 24 months to 26 months to complete, and my team is full of expert professionals who are having more than 20 years of experience in building submarine cable systems. With their support, and we are expediting the implementation of this cable system, and we expect Mauritius to South Africa to be live by last quarter of 2019, and the team still working to expedite as much as quickly we can able to make it live. We will achieve that. We have got a strict timeline to connect Rodrigues, which is no cable and no communication as of now. People have been connected only through the poor satellite connectivity. So our project and strict timeline apply to Rodrigues, Mauritius and South Africa. Rodrigues has always been a part of IOX submarine cable system, because IOX will be extending towards India, where we don't have a strict timeline, but the team is working equally important on that link, because that will add a lot of diversity for our network.
And in what way is that going to benefit Mauritius and the region as well? Because of course, well, obviously we're talking about new ways of doing business now, and connectivity is very important, but do you feel that this is also going to consolidate Mauritius's status in the region?
Yes, of course, this project is more centric towards positioning Mauritius as a hub for Indian Ocean Islands, and also to become as a business hub for the region, not only the technology but also the business. How IOX will enable to achieve that one? Yes, by connecting 2 billion populations, 1.3 billion from India and 800 million from Africa. We are creating a synergy and connecting of 2 billion populations together with the small islands where we have a less populations. So connecting people is the basic power of converting a place as a hub. Okay, so we will be connecting India and to South Africa, on the way all the islands together. So when you look at it, the connectivity point, and being Mauritius as an open environment, and the corporate stability and the political stability is there, which is already performing a global business location, and that helps Mauritius to transform quicker than any other islands as a hub in the region, and also the double tax avoidance for any global businesses, which they can still do it in Africa through Mauritius, will boost the Indians to do the business through Mauritius. That is why we are hoping that Mauritius will be transformed as a hub. In terms of those activities, we are also building equally a cloud system, which enables everybody to be lighter and thinner in their device and store everything and accessible through the internet or wherever they go. And second activities which we are doing, it is more non-business kind of side, is IOX Cube activity. IOX Cube activity will connect all the youngsters or a technology professional, be it a media or arts and lifestyle people. Wherever we are connecting, they will be utilizing our capacity, which is surplus capacity in our platform and our locations, that they will be able to achieve a different market where they can promote their skills in more high cost. Because if it is abundant skills in Mauritius is finance and BPO, that we can use through this cable system in a different market where it needs, like a South Africa or maybe even North America, where we will be connecting it. We will be establishing in Mauritius as a start, because Mauritius is always a culture mix, and as well as in India, and as well as in South Africa and in Kenya. So the activity is already started in Mauritius, and our partnership and engagement with the technology and media and other arts and cultural university, already we started engaging in India, and we have access to a facility which is already running in Mombasa, Kenya. So these are the things will trigger a multicultural, multi-connect a platform that will consume a lot of capacity and enable our customer like operators to sell their capacity as affordable cost. It is making affordable a person is that if I am earning 1,000 rupees and my affordability to use internet cost may be 50 rupees to 100 rupees, because that's how I can account, because I don't see any value of putting money to internet. But if my earn or income is manifold, to improve to 10,000 rupees instead of 1,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees, I'll be happily invest and pay for the quality internet, that being a part of my life. So this is what is a trigger for IOX Cube activities, that will not only empower the individual but also motivate and help our customer, which are operators normally in the islands, will be able to sell more capacity, and happily the people will be paying for that amount. we already started this activity and engagements in parallel of building IOX cable systems, because we need to be ready when the cable is live to be a capable force that can face these challenges and changes. Because if we are creating some change and creating some infrastructure, if you are not preparing a community to face that change, if you are not preparing the community to face and utilize that infrastructure, the efficiency of infrastructure is not effectively used. So we strongly build not only the cable system but also the capability for the people that are getting connected.
That's it from us. We thank you for welcoming us into your homes. Catch up with you next week for another Business Connect program. In the meantime, if you have missed anything, do log on to our MBC website and Facebook page. Have a lovely week. Good night.